There are statements that are spoken often, shared casually, posted online, said with confidence, God is on my side. It sounds reassuring, it sounds faithful, it sounds wise, but look more closely. This statement does not come from clarity, it comes from identification, because God is not a political party. It does not trade loyalty for belief, it does not choose sides, existence does not operate that way. This idea appears in many other statements. God saved me, God was watching over us, God had a plan, God protected me, God chose me, God answered my prayer. Often said after survival, after success, after escape, after winning. Someone avoids an accident and says, God was with me. Another person in the same moment did not survive. So, what is being implied? That God was present for one and absent for the other, or that cause and effect continued exactly as it always does. A truck misses someone by inches, the story becomes God saved me. But trucks do not negotiate, momentum does not pause, physics does not consult belief. Space allowed the body to move, timing aligned, conditions unfold. Not because someone was chosen, not because someone was higher, but because circumstances allowed it. If rabbit breed, rabbits are born. No deer, not lions. Existence does not alter outcomes to reward belief. Cause produces effect always. Gravity does not favor faith. Breath does not discriminate. Space does not reward a virtue. The same air that enters the lungs of a king, the same enters the beggar. The same ground carries both. What is called God or life or existence does not save identity. It does not give golden breath to one and lesser breath to another. What is essential is given equally, without preference, without judgment. So when someone says God is on my side, it is not devotion speaking, it is ownership. The desire to be favored, to be protected over another, to be special in the eyes of the infinite, this desire is human. But it does not describe reality. Existence does not oppose this desire, it simply does not participate in it. God is not a service provider, not a supporter of personal stories, not an assistant to ambition. Existence does not need belief, you need existence. Gravity does not need agreement, you need gravity. Space does not require faith, you require space. Breath do not depend on prayers, life depends on breath. Nothing stands outside of this, and any idea that tries to place itself above it and belief that seeks advantage over it eventually collapses, not as punishment but as consequences. This is not a rejection of God, it is the end of using idea of God, not turning the infinite into a servant of personal will, because the moment God is on your side, there must be another side. And existence has no sides. And notice something else. God is often confined to buildings, to walls, to institutes, to pointed voices, as if existence only listens in a certain places, as if it hears someone mouths better than others, as if there is a special access, a private channel, a stronger connection. Do they have different reception, a better signal, a direct line unavailable to you? If God is everywhere, there is no inside and outside, no holy zone and ordinary zone, no chosen messenger and excluded listener. No middleman is required. No one needs to speak for it, no one needs to translate it, no one needs to negotiate with it. The same silence that hears prayers hears your breath. The same presence that fills in a temple fills your body, your home, your car. The idea that someone else can reach God for you is the final displacement of responsibility. It says someone is closer, someone knows better, someone has access, I do not. But existence does not outsource itself. There is no personal assistant, no gatekeeper, no hierarchy. God does not need representation. When this is seen, something quiet happens. The struggle with belief ends, the need to defend ideas ends, the competition for favor ends, not because something was taken away, but because something false dissolved. What remains is not belief, but humanity. Not fear, but alignment. Not ownership, but belonging. God is not with you. There is no with and without. There is only what is already functioning, already sustaining, already whole. And when that is recognized, nothing needs to be claimed. Life is lived. Effects unfold. Responsibility remains. Without trying to stand above existence, without asking it to serve identity, that recognition is enough. Not as belief, not as comfort, but as clarity. And look even more honestly and more closely. A person can pray every day for their life with devotion, with sincerity, with faith, yet death is not postponed. A body still ages, illness still appears, loss still happens. If God truly took sides, if belief altered existence, then prayer alone would stop decay. No one would die, but death is not avoided, not by saints, not by devotees, not by faithful. So, what does that reveal? Not that prayer is wrong, not that devotion is meaningless, but that existence does not bend to personal request. Life does not negotiate outcomes. If God were on your side in the way the mind imagines, then death itself would be selective. It is not. Because death, like birth, belongs to existence, not belief. This does not remove mystery, it removes fantasy. It shows that what is being spoken is not ultimate understanding but comfort language, language used after events, not knowledge that governs them. And once this is seen, the mind is forced to look again, not at belief, not at hope, but at what is actually happening, the fact, not the ideas of God, but that which cannot be defined.